day. I'm Joseph Sciame, President of the Sons of Italy Foundation, as well as the Chair Emeritus of the famed Garibaldi Medici Museum. And obviously, we know that this wonderful site has been here, the building itself, since 1843, and in the care of the Order Sons and Daughters of Italy in America since 1919. Since that time, we've taken care of it in good stead, and you'll see it in a moment. But in addition to all that, we've continued with heritage and culture, living up to the purposes of our foundation. The foundation was founded in 1959 under the National USA tax laws. So we're a 501c entity promoting heritage and culture. And so today, I couldn't be more than happy. Today happens to be the solemnity of the Feast of St. Joseph, San Giuseppe. And as we say, many, especially in Sicily, Viva San Giuseppe, long live St. Joseph. St. Joseph is the patron saint of the dying, believe it or not, to pray for happy death. He's also the patron saint of carpenters and many technicians and workers. And as we know, the foster father of whom many of us believe in as Christians, Catholics, the father of Jesus, the Savior of the world. So today, taking a look at our wonderful Tavolo di San Giuseppe, which means the table of St. Joseph, focusing on the statue of St. Joseph, which is absolutely beautiful. This happens to be a statue imported from Italy. And on the table, we're going to take a little tour. We have beautiful flowers and lilies of several types, usually in white. And this is to be symbolic of the innocence and purity of St. Joseph. For as we know, he was the foster father. And on the table, we have a wine, this time white bottles of wine, which fortunately, I see even say San Giuseppe, if I'm not mistaken, which couldn't be better time for the occasion. The candles, meaning the light of the world, and of course the wine coming from the ground, the fruit of the wonderful grapes. Now on the table, we have 5 pieces of styled breads, and these breads are specially made, and the purpose is, of course, to be symbolic of the cane that St. Joseph held in his hand. As well, on many occasions, there are breads that are of different styles, namely the crown that Jesus would have worn, or perhaps a wreath that would be done. So the breads are symbolic, obviously, of the yeast. And before I go any further, the real question is then, why do we do this wonderful feast with all the wonderful foods we're going to learn about in a minute? And the purpose, of course, is to commemorate a terrible famine that took place in Sicily. And it seems as if the tradition, we're not sure of the dates. Some people say it goes back to 1282. Other people claim it was in the 1600s. But no matter what year, the Sicilians especially, and now all of Italy, and even here in America, we have many communities, Italian-American organizations that really promote the Feast of St. Joseph. And on the table, you see fava beans. Now the fava beans represent new life. They represent growth. And of course, during the time of the famine, it was very, very sad for the people. But once they prayed and prayed and prayed, they attributed it all to San Giuseppe. And then they commenced these La Tavola di San Giuseppe, the table of St. Joseph. And so parts of what we see here at the table, of course, the lemon and the pineapple, obviously grown from the ground once again after the famine took place. And naturally, there's always what we call cose dolci, sweets. These are nice cookies that anybody would absolutely enjoy. And of course, artichokes. Artichokes, some of the ones that some of us like stuffed, or some of us like them marinated, but this all comes from the earth, and it's absolutely amazing. And of course, lentils. Lentils are quite incredible because they represent new life as well. Here we've got a wonderful tray of more cose dolci sweets, wonderful cookies that have been prepared for us. And of course, the oranges. The oranges, which we all like and well protected with the skin about them, so we know that they're healthy for us and good. And here are marvelous breadcrumbs. Breadcrumbs representing what? The sawdust that St. Joseph probably worked on when he was a carpenter. Although some people say he might have also done some technology type work, building. They said he might have even been an engineer. We don't know for sure. And of course, here we've got some dried figs, also from the earth. And of course, all these foods that you've just learned about, they're all symbolic of the earth and what happens after a terrible famine. And so today, we could not be more proud here at the famed Garibaldi Meucci Museum. And we have to pay tribute, of course, to St. Joseph's Day Table, sponsored by Hardcore Italians and the Garibaldi Meucci Museum. Hardcore Italians, we want to pay tribute to them because they had a wonderful idea. They decided to have beautiful t-shirts made. I'm going to ask that Andrew Cotto as well as Fran Cicero join here because they're decorated with the wonderful t-shirts, and we have to promote them because they've raised sufficient monies to make a grant to the Garibaldi Meucci Museum. And we really appreciate what they've done for us because they're promoting heritage and culture. And also I want to promote and thank especially Carol Berardi. Carol Berardi and Fran have both served as commissioners of the museum, members of the board of directors. Now Fran, of course, is our deputy administrator here, works part-time but keeps it going, especially on our annual luncheon, our brick program and membership. And Carol Berardi was a commissioner, and now she is a member of the Board of National Overseers, appointed by the national president of the Sons of Italy to show that the National Sons of Italy is really involved at the museum. So having said all that, I think that what we can all say together, if you'll all join me, we all want to say, Viva San Giuseppe! Happy St. Joseph's Day to all of the Josephs, the Josephinas, the Pepis, and all those who either were named Joseph or Josephine, or let's say confirmed with that name, or maybe they have a middle name, or a godson, or a grandchild, or a great-grandchild. So to all of them, we say again, Viva San Giuseppe!